Hello, my dears. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to our all signs reading for this new moon eclipse in Aries, conjunct Chiron. Now, in the tarot reading for the group, this card did not come up, but I wanted to talk about it for a moment because of this. So this is, I've seen the Tower come up a bit in personal readings, in like month ahead readings and things like that. And this isn't a scary card. I mean, it looks like it. Yeah, absolutely. But see how the lightning strikes just the top, just the crown, the inappropriate top-down structures, but the actual structure stays. So whenever this card comes up, I always say, okay, this is divine intervention. This is eclipse energy. This is what has not been for my greatest good is going to be removed. That's one lens that we're looking at this. Or these big old glasses, we always talk in lenses. So that's a lens of the current here and now in April 2024. This, when a crystal breaks or something breaks, we must always express gratitude, because the crystal basically, and this is something that, a beautiful woo-woo woman had taught me a while ago, that the crystal took the fall. Something was coming for you. Somebody was coming for you energetically, talking bad, whatever it may be, and the crystal took the fall for you. I bought this because it reminded me of the Tower, represents Saturn, interdisciplinarian. And I thought it was so interesting that the tip of the Tower broke off. Yeah, again, in the tarot reading for the group for this new moon eclipse, this did not come up at all. I just wanted to give a little lesson on that one before we got started. So remember, when you're in a Tower moment, it's for your greatest good. It just doesn't feel like it in the moment. It just doesn't feel as though, what is going on? Everything's crumbling, but it's meant to crumble. It's meant to crumble. And so we can't grasp onto things that are not for our highest good. We have to trust and flow with the current and go with the universe. I literally have issues coming. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to hit the microphone right there. My apologies. I love you. So welcome. Now let's get into the reading. So this is the general grid, starts in Aries, goes all the way around over to Pisces. So I'm going to introduce all of the players and put them on the board. And so in the toolbox, if you're new to the group, go into the toolbox in the Patreon group, and you can go download for free my birth chart basics, because we want to watch for our rising sign first, then our sun sign, and then our moon sign. I would really highlight to view where 19 degrees of Aries falls specifically in your chart. That's where we're planting the seed for manifestation. And you can go watch the Scripting 101 video. That's also in the toolbox. Very, very accessible tools to manifest during this time. And what I want to also highlight, and I talked about it in the tarot reading as well, we have to go above. It's not an amount of money. It's about the work-life balance. It's not about like I'm lonely. It's I am surrounded by divine soul family, the people that I'm meant to be surrounded by. Give the order to God and God will provide. But April is chaos energy, so we have to stay the laser pointer focus in the middle of that energy. Does that make sense? Awesome. So this is the sun on the board. Peach selenite. It's the moon, the highlight. Mercury, which is retrograde for this eclipse. Venus, obviously. Mars. Jupiter, the big gulp. Saturn. I kind of love it. Uranus. I'm going to the stone store tomorrow. So That'll be updated soon. It's either going to be a new one or it's going to be this. I'm not sure. We might do a vote. I'm not sure. What did I mean? Uranus, Neptune. Small but violent. Pluto. It's based off the Christmas critters. If you know, you know. Black Moon Lilith. Void in the sky. Chiron. No pun intended. A key player in this new moon. I think I'm funny. And the North Node and the South Node, which I place down like this, pointing into the sign that it's going. North Node. And then the South Node over here. And as always, I post publicly the reading for the sign that this new moon or full moon is falling in. So we're going to get started. Aries rising, Aries sun, Aries moon, as well as if you do not know the time of your birth, you go off of the general grid, which this is, so you can watch for Aries, a little fire starter. So we have the North Node, 15 degrees. We have the South Node, 15 degrees. It's going to be a stuffed house. Chiron, 19 degrees. The sun, 19 degrees. The moon, 19 degrees. What else? Mercury, 24 degrees. Over here. I know that they're not even. That's okie dokie. Just want to make sure you can see it. Yep. Doopity-doo-dah, zippity-day. Venus, 4 degrees. Just went into your sign. We got Neptune, Pisces, 28 degrees. Just went into 28 degrees. Interesting. Saturn is in Pisces. Pluto is at 2 degrees of Aquarius. Uranus, and we're getting ready for that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. So I have Jupiter at 19 degrees and Uranus is already at 21 degrees, which is where it's going to conjunct, but that's not for a little bit. Mars, Pisces, 13 degrees. And we're going to have, Saturn is at 14 degrees, Mars is at 13 degrees. And on the 10th, I want to say, we have these two conjunct. Lilith is over here in Virgo. And that's it. Who are you really? Your soul's path of growth, your soul's destiny. And I know that that can be so easy for me to say. But this is about the real you. Regardless of the pain of your parental, there's some parental stuff tucked in here, Aries, some father stuff. For Aries females, there's some father stuff. For Aries males, there might be some mother stuff going around. And we know that we're representing something much bigger, much, much bigger than we could have ever possibly imagined. We know that. And there's so many. This conjunction, as well as this coming conjunction and this coming conjunction, just says the planets are trying to bless you. They're trying to, Mars as well as Saturn and Neptune in your house of soul purpose, Jupiter and Uranus in your house of money, Pluto transforming your house of wishes for the future, community and friendships, and this conjunction is happening in your house of self. Mercury retrograde is saying maybe some of you unconsciously didn't really realize that you were playing too small. Yeah, some of you have been playing too small, and there are some ideas, some like childhood wishes, some real powerful things that you might have forgotten about because you've been in and I'm just going to channel this. It's almost like you're hopping paradigms and quantum leaping, and there's a little bit of, not like, it's like a nostalgia, but it's like, how do I say? The people that are meant for you will be there. So the people that you leave behind, the people that you have to leave behind, the situations, the jobs, the environments that you have to leave behind, you cannot grow there, Aries. You can't grow in those environments. So be aware of that. And look at yourself and look at what you're processing and look at what your parents have given you as far as, this is interesting, this is just coming through right now. Look at whatever you think your family's like soul, like group soul contract is. Like look at, what is the wounds? Let's go off Chiron. What is the family wound that has been happening for generation after generation that you're the one to break? And don't get overwhelmed by, I don't know what it is. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Be open to messages coming through in your dreams in ways that are very accessible for you. I have a digital download. The link is in my the description for this video for meeting your higher self. It's a donation-based download. You can pay a penny and you can have that download. If you need it for free and the penny is not accessible, use the term MAX, M-A-X, and it just makes it a free download. That's my gift to you, to meet your higher self. And your higher self will be the gatekeeper for your entire spirit team. Everyone, all of your ancestors, it will come in hot. So be aware when you start to do this work, when you start to look at this stuff, when you manifest, you'll be very careful what you wish for because you're going to get it, Aries. The North Node is blessing you. Venus is blessing you. Mercury retrograde just says to me, wait until the Mercury retrograde is over to sign people on to make those big, actually dedicated decisions, but just let the offers come to you. Let the relationships come to you. Let it all just come to you. But stay very, very focused on the goal and go big. I have a work-life balance. I love what I get to do in this world. I'm surrounded by soul family and friends. I am in a divine partnership. I'm worthy of that. Big, broad brush strokes, but not, this one's bigger because it is an eclipse. So normally on new moons, that lens is, yeah, what do I want? Let me ask for a specific amount of money. The universe, yes, we know, loves specificity, but this is vibrational stuff. This is really exciting for you, Aries. There's a huge so how do I say? This is the roots of the tree of your life down here. This is legacy, public life, career, if you will. These are relationships, the descendant sign. And then this over here is the ascendant sign of where we want to do things on our own. So there's an ever so slight focus on soul purpose and self and money and community. So just be aware that if you're feeling the weight of 1,000 worlds, like how am I supposed to do this? It is because you're the generational, not curse breaker, but you're the light worker of the family. You're a wizard, Harry. You're the one to change it all up. So it's okay to focus on yourself right now. It is okay to let people fall away if they are not on similar timelines. And I don't care if I sound disassociated. I just did a full video, I'm covered in paint, about being disassociated and how that's really one of the only ways you can function right now, is having a balance of, I'm very aware that things are happening. I'm very aware that it's the crumbling of the old world. I'm very aware of what's going on, but we can only handle what's right in front of us. We're only meant to really focus on that. You got this.